called in redemption, and she is now finally going back to the Olympia. This was we told everybody that this was gonna be the show either to make or break her. We don't even know what would happen if she lost this show. She came in looking great for her body, her size, her structure. She nailed her conditioning. She nailed her color on stage. The hair makeup was better, was a little bit better than the past showing. And the judges rewarded her, and she won the show. I am sure I have things to say, but I'm going to let Rich do the talking first because he's going to be a little bit more easygoing on this.
Look, in our last live when we commented on Teff, I closed out the segment and I said, Teff, listen, look to the camera and said, all you have to do is nail that conditioning. You bring that conditioning in, and then you're going to be off into the moon. And one thing that she, appeared to focus on was making sure that she nailed that conditioning. But it wasn't just the conditioning. She nailed the whole package. The posing was perfect. There was no missteps in the posing. She posed really strong, really good. The hair, the makeup was on point. She did everything that she could have possibly done to win this show. She did not have any missteps. There was no gaps in her physique. She couldn't have been filled out more. She couldn't have been filled out less. She hit the target right in a bullseye. And for that, she was rewarded for that. Now, Johnny, of course, all the people are waiting on you to say, congratulations, Teff. I'm sorry for being wrong, Teff. You going back to the Olympia, Teff. Come on, Johnny. Where is it at? Where's the energy at, Johnny? Come on, Johnny. They're waiting to hear from you, Johnny.
The energy is always there. I congratulated her when she won. I don't know if she acknowledged it. I even have exclusive footage for to post. I did a video that was sent to me, and I posted and tagged her and all that. Obviously, she's not going to post it, but again, congratulations for the win. I strongly believe that this was a look that was a plus. Again, for her size, her shape, her symmetry, her conditioning, the whole 9 yards. Was it a little bit too extreme? Some people think about it. Some judges think about it. But hey, she won here. And I don't know if people know this, but she won with straight ones. So that means that even on prejudging and in the night show, these judges that were sitting on this table consider her to be number one. Is this the better question that people have to ask yourself? Is this a top 6 contending body for the Miss Olympia? Do you see this beating a Giselle Machado? Do you see this beating a Eduarda Becerra? Do you see this getting anywhere near Isabel Pereira Nunez? That's the bigger question here, because winning a show does not make you great. You just won a show, you get qualified. Your ultimate goal should be to go to the Olympia. And while I agree that anybody is beatable on any given day, this is a body that even at her best, it's going to be really hard for her to make it to the top 10 in the Olympia. But I congratulate her. Great glute ham, great calves. I even told the world that I should get her a free Calves Matter shirt because those calves were amazing. From the side, her glutes are ridiculous. Her size, again, in a perfect wellness world back in the day, would be rewarded, and I would be, giggling here in terms of excitement. But it appears that she's kind of crossed the border in that sense. But
what's
take away from her,
because people ask me with some of the topics that I'll give you a little pushback. What's the, like, when you pound for pound, when you look at her, I understand Rayanne poses a little more elegant, but when you look at them a size for size, glute for glute size, quad for quad size. She's stronger in the upper body, but just we talking about sheer size. What's the difference? What's the difference that you see? Because I don't see much of a difference from sheer size when we're comparing Teff to Rayanne. So what is it that you see that separates the two?
Well, taking away, obviously, like you said, taking the posing away, because Rayanne is far miles away in the posing. I think that 2024 Rayani was closer to this. The more gnarly looking, fuller muscle was closer to this. This one in 2025 has downsized, believe it or not, and it's a more refined. The muscle maturity is right there. When you go side by side, pose, your eyes always kind of go to Rayani because of the muscle maturity and the glitz and the glamour. It's a whole package. Now,
Okay.
is this gonna be a side by side at the Olympia? I don't know. We gotta wait and see. It's apples and oranges, but it appears to me that Teff right now is a little bit bigger than Ryan. Now, one thing I will say, many people in my DMs were commenting on something that they saw on her posing. There is a suspicious lump on her right glute, upper glute. I gotta call it out because it's right there. It's right there. If you see it, it is what it is. Did the judges see it? Probably not. But the camera shows it right there. The right upper glute. There's a suspicious little lump. Could it be this? Could it be that? We don't know. We would have to wait and see if this is going to happen at the Olympics. Because I assure you, Steve Weinberger will be right there, dead center, and he will see absolutely everything.
Okay, yeah. I saw the lump in that glute. Obviously, the closer these girls get to the show, their body fat is lower. And pinning in the glutes is probably not the best place to pin, but sometimes the girls don't want to pin in the shoulders either. Obviously, that's where your androgen receptors. That's where it uptakes the most, and then your shoulders can obviously volumize out of nowhere. Would she put a filler in a glute that close to the show? I don't know. I would think that maybe she did her last shot. Maybe didn't heat the oil up. Maybe didn't warm the oil up. A shot there, and then had an adverse reaction.
This upper lump right here. This is what we saw on stage that looked suspicious. Is it something that we talked about before where they're gonna get marked down? I don't think so. It could have been a different type of shot that it could be looked at right here after the show. If you look closely, you will see it. So pin somewhere else, because again, you're going to the biggest show of your career. We have seen athletes do this at the Arnold and the Olympia, and it's disastrous when you go on stage, and specifically on a very high-end stage talking about the Super Bowl of bodybuilding. You don't want to do that.
Okay. All right. So, well, Ralphie Rose said there's no fillers. He believes that there's no fillers in there. He's in the comment.
I believe there's no fillers. Ralphie knows, and I know there's no fillers in there, but there's definitely something in there.
Yeah, maybe MPP.
Yeah, probably so. So congratulations to Teff. She did really, really good, and I'm sure she's ecstatic. She probably is still having a party.
She's to the moon right now.
Yeah, she's probably having a party right now. Second place, Marbella Ventura with a terrific package. I think she brought even a better package than what we saw in her last showing. From the back, she was great. I think Teff got her in the abs, in the midsection, in the waist, because Teff was so good in that like ab section. And again, from the side, I think Marbelli's missing that fullness in the glutes. But everywhere else, very elegant, very good posing. She seemed confident up there. What I was trying to tell people is it was weird because they had them both up there on stage, and for a second I thought that it could go both ways, because if you're judging the way the judges have been judging the past 7, 8, 9, 10 shows, it is easily something that you could tell, okay, you know what, the judges are going with this look because they want this look. They've been rewarding this look. They would not been rewarding the gnarlier, bigger girls. But when you turn them from the side, from the back, you could totally, I would give the edge to Teff, because even in the calf section, I'll give her that. She does have the calves matter. But at the end, you could make a case that, hey, this is probably what the judges wanted. Again, she is missing that glute from the side, and that in itself is trouble for her.
Yeah. Perfect physique. Well, not perfect physique, but when you're talking about from an aesthetic standpoint, just the overall asymmetry, smaller upper body, larger lower body, very good stage presentation. Of course, very small waistline. Opposing could have been a little bit better, and she definitely needs to fill out that minimus medius, the glute more. She's definitely maximus dominant in that side shot, and that's where Teff just blew her out the water. Teff is just overall more stronger in the rear shot. Go around to the back. You go around to the back as well. Marbelli glutes, they do look impressive. They do look good. They look really good. Teff, once again, she's just full as a house. Like, her glutes are, they're next level. Next level glutes for sure. And then the front shot, a lot of people are under the impression that Teff has a wide waist. Like, she really doesn't have a wide waist. I mean, she has her abs the volume of her abs have increased, which gives the illusion that she has a wide waist. But if you look at this shot here, that front shot you just showed, but her waist is not wide at all, and she could even do a little bit more. I think Danny Theo was helping her with her pose, and she could do a little bit more in that front shot to even make that waist smaller. So it'd be interesting to see if she has the capabilities to crack the top 10. Back to Marbelli. Marbelli just needs to, she can pose that side shot to make that upper glute fill in. She just has to hit that shot the right way, moving around to her rear, which you have on screen now. We're going back around to her other side.
This is the pose. I think honestly, she needs one more year to fill up that glute, and to be very dangerous.
Yeah,
because this is the show that we tell people, hey, if you could pose your glutes from the side, even though you see it here when she's posing, that upper glute needs to grow. It needs to grow. And I think she has everything else. And she proved it right here.
And then in this shot, what she's doing is that she's pointing her toe in, angling the heel out, and that's going to help push that upper glute out. But what happens is when the ladies get on stage, they kind of forget what they practice. The nerves come into play to get the butterflies, and then they end up going back straight on that 90, straight on that horizontal line. And when you go on that horizontal line, you're getting yourself into trouble unless you actually have glutes that are completely blown out and you can afford to hit that shot. Most athletes can't afford to go on that 90 anymore. It's an older shot. It's something that you saw Angela Borges do, the kind of your richness of the world get away with doing, and you have to be completely just loaded. It's kind of like hitting that pose that Arnold used to hit, the one with the arm, and you got to have the forearms. There's certain poses that you just got to be blown out to be able to hit.
Same thing when people talk about Teffani's waist, they talk about this. When you look at her from the front, like Men's Physique's dead on front, she does have a blocky waist. She does have it. There's no covering. That she does have it, but that's the magic of posing. When you pose from the front, you angle yourself. You pose from the side, you angle yourself to do what needs to be done in order to create the illusion of better posing. So this is what the people are talking about. Yes, she does have a kind of like a blocky waist, but it doesn't matter because she's not posing.
Abs. You don't think it's just more so the abs? Like,
her abs are amazing. Abs are amazing.
But I'm blocky. I'm just saying like blocky because if we compare every girl in the league, right? If you were to compare every girl straight on, just facing the judge straight on. There's not a lot of girls that got super tiny small waist. You got the water Bazita, you got Issa, you got
Lisa,
Francia Yale,
yeah,
you got Elisa, and Giselle last year. Giselle had a smaller waist, but the previous Giselle, she didn't have like straight on the smallest waist. Rayanne straight on didn't have the smallest waist. You talking about Leonida Achobi
right,
straight on don't have the smallest waist. Cassandra Gillis,
right. So
you know,
so
you're so you're
even
talking
when
about
you
straight.
see
Yeah,
even when you see them like this is as far as straight on as you're gonna see
yeah.
them,
Mm-hmm.
and you can see how good Tefani looks. Which
Mm-hmm.
again, I don't mind. I don't mind this look. I like it. I like it. But the
Mm-hmm.
problem is that most of the winners that we've seen this year, it seems like they wanted a more relaxed abs for pro wellness. But again, it is what it is. Every show is different. Every show is different. The judges can only judge what's in front of them. And on this day, they liked what Tiffany brought onto the stage. So Marbelli just needs more time to
Oh,
do that.
Is Victoria in Atlanta? Victoria Reyes?
Yes,
Oh
we'll talk
shit!
about her. Trust me, we'll talk about her. But
Woo.
in third place, Celeste Chandler here. I've seen her in
Yes.
person, Team Ludacris. She looked really, really good. She is right there. She is knocking on the doors of many athletes. Sometimes on this lineup, you saw glimpses of greatness in
Mhm.
her. She's just right there, very close.
Yes. Celeste is a girl that I've been pushing for since last year. Luda definitely kept me updated with her whole progress. Um, I'm definitely a fan of her physique. Definitely a fan of her structure. She has um, everything that it takes to be, to get in that top 10 Olympia lineup. She got the small waistline. She got really good looks. She has really great structure and really a great shape, and she was dry enough to be competitive. This is one of those athletes. Um, I don't know if we put her in a dark horse kind of a category, but she could pull his show off. Whatever you gotta do, Ludacris, I want you to make sure you get that right tie in all the way down. You get that right tie in all the way down, it's probably gonna be a wrap for everybody in the show. Issue with her is that she's a little shadowy in that right tie in. And what happens is the judges translate that as misconditioning or not being all the way conditioned. So that right tie in is about 95% of the way there. Get her in there, do some RDLs, do some stiff leg deadlifts, do what you got to do, but make sure you get that right tight end down. Go get a lymphatic drainage, go do all the necessary things to get those glutes all the way filled in, Luda. I see
Yeah,
you in the
no,
live.
I think she looks tremendous. You see her here, everything, the tanning, hair, makeup, glam, posing is really good. Glutes are great. No lumps on these glutes. Great calf development. Gluten hams are ridiculous. This girl is really knocking on some doors. I
Yeah.
really like the way she's walking. She is right there. I think she just need to do more shows, and it's only a matter of time. I really, really liked her look.
Yeah, and I think Whitney does her posing too. So shout out to Whitney. Whitney's doing this show as well, but she killed the pose and absolutely murdered it. Her glutes are crazy. Her side shot is crazy. Her walk is crazy. This is wellness right here, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to know what a wellness athlete looks like, look no further than Celeste Chandler.
Right. So that's why I would prefer a physique like Celeste compared to like a Shanique Grant, because Shanique still looks like a track and field athlete, but if you look at Celeste here, she has a perfect balance of fullness, hardness. If she
What do you
wanted
mean?
to,
What do you mean track? What do you mean track and field? You far as like aesthetics, like small, like super
yes,
small
like
waist?
remember back in the day, we used to catalog girls that competed in the figure division as proper track and field athletes. You could
Okay.
see that. You could see that if you really wanted to. You could see that. But Celeste here has that fullness, and she's not soft. She is well put together, And again, if you look at her, it exudes like what wellness truly is. So I think
Yeah.
that
She
again,
is undoubtedly wellness for sure. I mean,
absolutely,
if she hit a
absolutely,
back double bicep or if she did a figure pose, she would still look like a wellness athlete.
absolutely, absolutely. So Celeste, very good package. Ludacris, very good package. He transforms this girl. So kudos to you guys. Next up, our very good friend, which we hyped up like crazy because we like her a lot. The Ghost is not a ghost here, but
The ghost
Nicole
of
the
Texas.
Swole comes in here, places fourth in a show which was hers to grab. What happened to Nicole on the show?
Man, Nicole's Achilles tendon is her um, superhuman like abilities to get shredded and get lean. That's her Achilles tendon. And what happened here is what happened to Nicole at previous shows. She just got too lean. And here's the thing, and I'm going to look in the camera and say this to Nicole, and this is something that you probably really should take into consideration. And this is no knock on Hyacinth Nasir. Hyacinth Nasir is a good coach at what he does in bodybuilding. And this is kind of what we talk about when we talk about hiring a bodybuilding coach to do a wellness job. These guys peaking protocols, how they peak these athletes, they don't do too much different than what they do with the bodybuilding athletes. They may soften things up a little bit, but you need a coach who knows how to make sure that you're full and soft simultaneously. And I'm going to plug this guy, Damian Segova. He is Cass's coach. He is Sydney Gillen's coach, Vitamin C. The reason why I'm plugging him is because his anti-androgenic protocol, that means the ability to soften an athlete up before a show, completely stripping the veins, completely stripping away the hardness. His ability to do that supersedes everyone else's that I've seen besides mine. So you need a guy and girls that get overly conditioned and too hard. You girls need guys that know how to bring you in on the softer side of wellness. The bodybuilding coaches, and there are some guys that are good, but I'm telling you, guys who exceed really well at doing this are man's physique coaches and guys who prep a lot of these bikini athletes because they know how to keep these girls soft. When you go with a bodybuilder coach, you're kind of almost putting yourself in jeopardy. So I'm gonna plug Damien and I'm gonna tell you, Nicole, go see Damien. And for your next peak, let him peak you. But you looked awesome, you looked fantastic. You were just too hard on the point to where you were pushing figure with your conditioning.
Right.
And
I would agree with that. I think, yeah, her current coach is Tefani's ex coach that wanted to beat me up. So no knock on him. Whatever, they did what he needed to do. I think he wanted to bring her harder, which was a severe mistake, because considering how good she looked last week, and she comes in here and looks very, very figure-ish. And it sucks because with her frame and her structure, I guess she just needed to fill out more. I did hear that they had issues with the filling out. She kept eating and eating, and the more she ate,
more
the more
drier
she
she got.
drier she got. So I don't know. Some athletes, that's an issue. Some people will die to have that issue. She has it, and she comes in here diced to the bone.
You have to be able to recognize that though. As a coach, you have to you've seen this before, you've seen it happen before. So you have to be able to throw a wrench into the sprocket when this starts to happen. For you not to be able to audible, that is a shortcoming on your coaching system. And he's an excellent coach, but there's a difference between peaking for any other division. Wellness requires a different monster. That's why guys like Ludacris and the Ralphie Roses and even the Roberts and Christopher Niemczyk, that dramatic guy. But myself, this is why I'm not saying there's levels to this. It's just a different level when it comes to peaking these girls for wellness. It's just not the same thing, and you have to be able to recognize it. peak week or a week out to be able to call that audible and be capable of doing something different.
Right. I always say that a good coach is a good problem solver. So if you have a good coach that understands what they're looking at with proper eyes for the class and the category, you resolve these problems leading up to the show, and eventually you get great results. But if you don't have a coach where understands what they're looking for, their mindset, their protocols are going to be very different than somebody that understands the proper look. And again, this is trial and error. And you have people that actually have been there, done that. And as the time goes by, you got pretty good coaches. People ask me all the time. I give them a list, and that list changes because these people are getting good. Most of them deal with women. Most of them understand the health ramifications, and most of them understand this is not bodybuilding. This is not men's physique. This is not women's physique or women's bodybuilding. It's a different class. So kudos to Nicole. She did what she needed to do in this show. She showed up. Unfortunately, she did not bring what we thought she was going to bring. But hey, now at least she knows what needs to be done. She needs to bring in full.
Look at that side shot.
It's crazy. She was walking and the glutes were being
crazy.
tightened. I don't know what. I don't know the way she was walking. In her head, she must have been like, I can't squeeze anything, because I would see striations when she was walking.
Man,
Crazy.
those glutes are just nuts.
Absolutely crazy. What else can we talk about the show? Because we are ready almost to jump to the Wings of Strength show, which is happening this week. And it's one of the last shows we have on the calendar year before we go to the grandest of them all.
It's a good question that Ralphie Rose asked me. Is Giselle Machado the most winningest wellness athlete?
I think it could be. It could be. I gotta double check that for Ralphie. Very good friend. I don't know. She might be. She's won plenty of pro shows. I believe she's not, she's right up there. Again, we're not counting the Olympias. We're not counting the Arnolds. We're just counting pro shows in general. So we will get back to you on that.
Okay, cool. I had a user, a friend of the channel, asked the question. Caitlin Cook. She asked me, are we going back in the direction of size again when it comes to wellness? Or are we tapering size down? I guess probably from the last few events, the girls were on a heftier side. What's your thoughts on that?
If you asked me that before this show, I would tell you that we're going into the direction of a tad smaller-ish. And I will tell you, yeah, it's definitely changing, because if you see how the year has gone by, these athletes have been winning left and right. And it seems like it's, I don't know, 5 pounds less, 7 pounds less of what they looked last year. And you have athletes that look better than last year, placing second, placing third, placing second. And the athletes that don't look that, oh, wow, win shows left and right.
Audrey Roy is in the building. Go ahead, keep going, Johnny.
And I will tell you, I saw that firsthand, live and in person at the Tampa Pro, where easily changed the game. But until now, Tefani wins and the world goes crazy. But again, the judges can only judge what's in front of them, and we can't do anything about it. If you looked at that show in Italy, I'll say it right here to the camera, these two girls, the first one, first place, second place, could have destroyed Tefani on stage, destroyed her, okay? If those girls did Texas, they would have been first, second, and probably Tefani third. That's how good, gnarly, big, hard these girls were. But again, it was Italy. It was a different show. The judges can only judge what's in front of them. And over there, overseas, they liked that hard, gnarly, big, round OG wellness look. So again, are those girls that just won are going to place at the Olympia? If you put them in together with a Tefani, Sam Rossi, are they going to place top 10 at the Olympia? Is that going to be the lineup? You got Leonida, you got Francielli, which we haven't even confirmed yet, but you got Francielli, we got Isa, Giselle Machado, Eduarda Becerra, Brian Fogal, and Elisa from Dominican Republic. That's alone, it's 8 girls that are on top of their game that drastically have changed their physiques in order to match kind of what the league is looking for. After 8th or 9th or 10th place, it could be anybody's ball game, but you have Cassandra Gillis in there.
The other top 10.
Right, the other top 10. So you got to place in mindset what are you going to do moving forward. Your mindset has to be very important. Good. The girl that won Tampa, I'm telling you, this girl looks ridiculous now, and she looks like a freaking Miss Universe. That's how pretty she is. She just needs to learn English. But boy,
Lisa.
oh boy.
Lisa.
Yeah, boy, oh boy. We got the other Lisa. Like,
yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Those are things you got to strive for as an athlete. I'm not saying you're good enough. I'm just saying, what is your end game in this world?
Yeah.
And moving. I don't think we're going to see wonky glutes at the Olympia. If we see wonky glutes, they're going to be placed dead last because, again, the proper judging, Tyler's going to be there, Steve's going to be there. Yeah. And they have their proper eye.
We had some wonky glutes at Texas too.
Yes, we did have some wonky glutes. You posted, I posted, and it sucks because overall the girl looked pretty darn good.
I know, conditioning
until she turned from the back.
Listen, ladies, we were talking about glute fillers last week. And we was talking about some of these athletes are using them just to, clear the skin up. Just say if you got cellulite or the skin is starting to age a bit, used to refresh that skin. But there are people using glute fillers actually to enhance the glutes. And listen, and when it's obvious, you girls got to know. You got to know if you think it's obvious, we are going to think it's obvious. If you have one iota in your brain or in your mind that there's a possibility somebody might see these glutes and think that they're not a product of hard work, we see it as well. And it's just like, don't show up to these shows with those things. And my guy Maxie voice, don't show up to the club with those glutes looking crazy. We don't want to see that. Okay.
Again, they look really
dropping
good.
Names in the comments.
Like Ottocan just said on live chat, they look really good on OnlyFans. They look really good outside the industry. They look good on the beach. They look good on the pool. They look good. Maybe if you want to work out on Muscle Beach, they look amazing. Do they look great on stage? Absolutely not. And it sucks because, again, if you see most of these girls that are putting this on their glutes, most of them, especially this one that happened in Texas, from the front, she looked pretty darn good. I can't say nothing. Like,
I know.
Leading up to the show, she looked decent. But then when she turned around, it's like, oh, man, why? Why? And then she turned from the side, and you can bluntly see it. And if you were there live and in person, which I got tons of videos, it was really, really obvious. And it sucks because that glute ham, it's just not going very well.
Yeah. Let's talk about the Rising Phoenix, ladies and gentlemen.
Rising Phoenix right here. We got the list, and I haven't posted it yet because, again, I'm waiting for this special video that I'm gonna get from Victoria herself. But please, if you're gonna talk about shape, size, and structure, you gotta talk about Victoria right here. What you're seeing right now is a body to remember. Is this the body that's going to show up on stage? Probably not, because they're going to soften her look. But boy, oh boy, Hayes, she's been ready since last month. and she's been that good every single day. I am really excited, really looking forward to looking at this package, which is going to be unbelievable. If Tefani just won, this is even better than what she brought to the stage. And again, listen, this is how she looked. This is how she looked in the Arnold. I remember, okay, and I have video of her too. This right here is nowhere near what you're gonna be seeing this upcoming weekend in the Rising Phoenix.
Yeah, go back to that image that you posted. Yeah, that is, you know what? She did her homework. She definitely did her homework. Quads were always on the smaller side from the front. A very small waistline, very good waistline. She had longer glutes, so she needed more upper glute. But looking at this side shot, her glute is just completely filled out. Completely filled out. I hope she don't bend over that far in her back pose on stage. That's not not gonna get too far doing that. But I think she's just showing everybody just how wild her
Victoria is here.
Yeah,
She's in the chat room and she's
okay.
watching. I could tell you in español. I could tell you in English. You don't need to bend this exaggerated. You don't need to do that. You have these glutes and hamstrings are perfect. You just need to stand there. But your body right now, compared to what you looked a year ago, is completely different. Completely different. This is the body that I would like to see on stage. You don't need to be this hard, but man, you've done your homework. And if you win the show, trust me, people are going to be watching you on the Olympia, because not only are you very, very pretty, but you present well and you present a very good class. So again, kudos to you, man. Kudos to you, to your trainer, the whole people that are going with you, because
very dangerous package right here. This is it's very dangerous. Like, she completely filled those quads out. She always had that crazy waistline. Like, this, everybody's in trouble. I didn't know she was doing this show, but everybody is in trouble. Everybody's in trouble.
I would have.
You got to show up. You got to show up looking like this, though. Everybody looks good in the gym. Everybody looks good on Instagram. It's just how you present that package on stage. But man, if she shows up anything like this, man, it's gonna be a long night for everybody.
If Victoria wins, she's gonna be eating tacos left and right, because trust me, she can eat tacos after looking like this. Trust me. We also have
she Mexican?
Yes, we also have Winter Adams in here.
Oh, wow.
Celeste
Chandler. That's here. Another one.
Yes, Celeste Chandler. Ooh. Carrie Goforth is there. She looks absolutely great. I always like Carrie. She presents very well, and she does. Every year she gets better, and that's what you got to remember. It's not about just doing the shows. It's about getting better, and she's one competitor that gets better every single time. We got Whitney over there. Now we're gonna see Whitney. She does all these posing for all these girls. Now we're gonna watch her. I've seen updates from her.
Yeah,
I don't think I've seen her. I don't think I've seen her this hard before. I think she just posted a video revealing her suit. I'm not sure if I like that turn. Okay, I was gonna let her know. I'm not a fan of that turn, unless you're Julia, which does a fantastic spin. I'm not a fan of that turn. I don't know if she's gonna use it or not. Everything else seems to be good. Her glutes are bigger.
Whitney. Ooh.
Her hamstrings look better. I've never seen her this hard from the back.
I like the turn. I don't know. Okay, maybe like slow it down by like 0.1.
Yeah, I'm not sure if she's just practicing here. If she can do that turn flawlessly, then go for it. Yeah. I don't think I've seen her this hard in the glute ham.
Ain't no Canadians to swag like that. Okay, Canadian girl, go ahead.
No, I like. Hey, listen, I've seen Whitney evolved, and I'm really happy with her shape, her size, her structure. I'm really happy with everything. Is she the biggest girl up there? Probably not. But
she's wellness though.
At the same time, she knows how to present herself very well. Yeah. And again, I haven't seen her this hard from the back leading up to a show. So that can only mean something good from her.
Definitely.
I like the green too.
Yeah. No, she looks like the Enchantress from Marvel Comics.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, Whitney looks good. This is leaps and bounds of what we saw in her earlier show. In was that Toronto or Vancouver?
I think
I
she did
forgot which
Toronto.
one it
Yeah.
was. Yeah, yeah. Posing was good there, but she was a little bit on the chunkier side in the glutes. Yeah, Luda would say fat. Stop calling your girls fat, Luda. Um, but yeah, she's completely dried out right here. So she has the conditioning now. All she has to do is present that package, and the posing is good, really good. And wow, yeah, I really like this package from Whitney. I
Yeah.
really like
We
it.
can't. Somebody that looks really good. Winter Adams is right here. These
There she
glutes have grown. She has a good package overall, shape, structure. It's all there. This is somebody you need to watch because in
Yeah.
any given moment, she looks really, really good. So again, when you put them up on stage, that's when we're gonna know who
Mm-hmm.
really stands up next to these girls. But you can't just count her out. She's done her homework too.
No, she's gonna be right there. She's gonna be right there. First call out. She'll be in that first call out. I mean, her glutes are insane. She came really close earlier in the year. I was at the New York Pro, but she's right there. She's one of those girls that's right there. I talked to her before. I forgot. I gave her some feedback. I forgot what I told her. But yeah. Anyway, she's gonna be right there next to Victoria, next to Celeste. Those three girls right there, without a doubt, are going to be in that top five,
Right.
undoubtedly.
This is Carrie Goforth. As you can see, picture after picture, update after update,
Sheesh.
she gets better. And she's one of those girls that if you see her in person right there at the
Wow.
show,
She
your
is gnarly.
your eyes definitely go to her. She is
Damn.
very pretty. She's very confident. Her posing is very, very good. It's one of those things that you don't think that she's gonna get better, but right here you can tell that the body does get better, and she's done her homework too.
Hmm. Yeah. And this is the Rising Phoenix. This is a panel full of women, and women
Right.
love, these girls love beauty
You can
and
tell. You can tell
presentation.
she's good. Her presentation is really good.
Yeah. It's
I, I
aesthetically pleasing.
I only told her, I like everything you're presenting. That outer quad can still grow a little bit. That just the outer part of the quad.
Hmm.
Everything else, she looks on point. Everything else looks pretty good, and she can definitely make a statement if
That
she
side
brings in
shot is
everything.
gnarly.
Side shot is ridiculous.
Side shot is gnarly. I mean, that is crazy. All the way coming off the hip. That's how I like to describe when glutes are full. I say they come off the hip.
Right.
When they come off the hip like that, sheesh.
Yep.
You can that side shot. I don't know who's doing her posing, but you can lengthen that leg out a little bit more instead of looking so uptight like that. You probably can tweak that side shot a little bit. I know it's too late, but you got so much leg and so much glute that you can definitely get those legs spread apart a little bit more. We want to see a little bit more of that inner thigh. But I don't know, posing like that looks good too. So she looks great.
Nice.
You got anything from the rear?
Everything from the rear. I don't think she's
She
supposed to from
good.
the rear, but I'll tell you one thing. She looks amazing in the off season, and I like her because she knows how to pose, knows how to do her stuff. Trust me, more girls should take, notes of what she's doing because this is pro wellness at its best right here. This is a couple of weeks ago, and you can tell that the size is there, the calves are
Hmm.
there, the adductors are there.
Yeah,
She just needs to be in conditioning, but trust me, it's when you're there in person, your eyes definitely go to her. So that's something to be
yeah, she looks good.
aware of moving forward.
Yeah, she looks
For
good.
before we leave, if you have any questions, let us know right here. Before we leave, Giselle Machado posted this great picture where she is diced to the bone. If you're gonna call Tefani dice, this is extra dice with 2x or maybe 3. That's how good Giselle looks right here. Another athlete that was told you might need to downsize a little bit just to fit the criteria. And this is probably her best version ever.
Hmm.
And we will see her in a show this upcoming weekend in Buenos Aires, Argentina. Believe it or not, this show is stacked. This show has even like Narla Villar is there, which we love how she looked.
Oh
But this
wow.
is Giselle at her prime right now. If she brings this on stage, it's gonna be lights out for everybody.
Giselle versus the Nightmare Narla Villar. We get to see how well she stacks up against King Kong, Queen Kong. Giselle definitely has gnarly glutes. I mean, those things come out the shorts. The shorts can't even hold those things. Yes, probably going to be a less challenging show for Giselle. But hey, man, these athletes have been so good this year, and they've been coming out of nowhere. You never know. So there's no show that is safe. So Giselle could very well show up there, be a little bit soft, and somebody come right out the woodworks and take her down. But man, it's always, even Giselle at 90% is insane. So
The only way Giselle loses is if she's at 80%, because even at 90, she is that damn good. And there's almost this mystery about her because she's been in Dubai, she's been in, I want to say, in hiding a little bit, but as we see in this picture, she looks pretty darn good, and it seems to me that this will be her best package yet. I don't know what else can she do. Again, if she decides to do this show, the only person that can beat her is herself. Maybe the flight, maybe the situation, we don't know.
it's like,
But I mean, she can hold water. She can have the Lasix fish and get some food poisoning. We don't know. But right now, she is looking so good, and I'm happy for her. She's one of those athletes, just like Rayani, that needed to go back to the drawing board.
is there any dark horses for the Rise of Phoenix? You guys drop anybody in the chat who you think that might just be able to jump in here and take the whole show?
Well, we got Victoria, we got Carrie Goforth. You know
Said
what?
dark horses. They definitely not dark horses. Victoria.
Well, for once, I think it's going to be a show that we will like to see, because for once, we don't have somebody there that we think is going to win the show out of the ball game,
Yeah,
straight
that's
out
true.
from the
That's
ball
true.
game.
Nobody
So
knows this is good.
it's going to be really interesting to see who's gonna come out on top. We will keep you guys in check.
Shout out to my girl Maria Boris. Shout out to Natalia Pay. Those guys are going to be in that show too. Very aesthetically pleasing athletes. Wishing them nothing but the best. Yeah, and Luda got a whole soccer team. Luda got like 12 athletes doing this show.
Of course, that's the way he usually does things. So we will keep you locked in, and we will keep you entertained, and we will keep you updated on these couple shows. Not only Rising Phoenix, but we're gonna keep you updated with the Argentina show. So again, there's only like 2 more shows, and that's it for the entire season. We will keep it locked here, and then we start the countdown for the Olympia, and we will
Michelin Ming too. Shout out to Michelin as well. She's doing that show. She got but she had like, I think, second or third at Masters last year, or no, 2 years ago. But matter of fact, top 3 from last year was Eduarda. Who was second place? Third was Maria.
I don't
remember?
remember right now. Trust me, these are a lot of shows.
Yeah,
I would have to look them up. But at the moment, there's only like 2 more shows left, and we will find out who's gonna be at the Olympia this year, and we will start doing predictions, at least for that top 10, which is gonna be crazy. Remember, when the beginning of the year started, we had very different winners. The middle of the year, we had so winners, and we never thought they were going to win, and they won. And the girls that we thought were going to win placed second, third, and fourth. And now we're back to girls that are a little bit bigger, harder, fuller. So it keeps it interesting. So we will keep you guys informed in the next
Absolutely.
day.
Thanks everybody for tuning in. We will see you guys. I will see you guys with footage live from the Rising Phoenix via Wellness Observer Live and Sensei Athletics.
Yes.
sure you guys stay tuned in. And to everybody that's in Phoenix, make sure you come holler at the sensei.
Yeah, go holler, do cool interviews, shout outs, and everything. So we will have exclusive stuff from the sensei itself. That's going to do it for us here this week. Thank you so much for watching. We appreciate every single one of you tuning in live. You guys are awesome. The shows are going to be on YouTube or here, everywhere. So keep it locked here. Spotify, iTunes, that's going to be in there too. For Sensei Athletics, Rich, myself, we will see you again very soon. Let's do this.
Signing out.